So I'm packing for Norway. 16 days of crossing the wilderness. Hanging out at the Albany airport, waiting for the first flight. This is all my stuff. Definitely starting to feel a little nervous. I've never done this before. Yeah. Feeling a little bit nervous, but excited. And yeah, it will, like... So I'm in my hotel room in Lillehammer. The sun is setting. It is beautiful outside. Look at that. Mountains, mountains. And yeah, I am packing my stuff. These are my new skis. Hanging out on Skjellbreidhytta and checking out when the trails were less groomed. Excited to potentially do some like less groomed trails tomorrow. My skis are 3 millimeters too wide to actually fit into the tracks, the groom tracks. About to leave. Oop. My bag is giant. I have so much stuff. Weather looks like it's awesome. Might be a little snowy where I'm going, which is kind of back over there. Heading out to Skjellbreidhytta and maybe on to Kittilbua if I go quickly. It is so beautiful. That way is back towards Lillehammer. Yeah, have my skis. My bag is so full. So full. I'm gonna have to get rid of some stuff. But yeah, like, oh my god, this is so pretty. It is so much harder to do this on skis than to do this hiking. It is so beautiful. The whole course has been like this so far, the whole trail. Yeah, you can see how deep the snow is on these trees. And on the sides of the tracks. Yeah, man, it's so beautiful. I can't get over it. Yeah, oh my gosh, I'm so happy with my decision to do this. Also, downhills are lovely. I had a nice little one right there. And uphills are terrible. And this is definitely harder than hiking. Probably because I'm not very good at it, but oh, so worth it. First turn of the day. Oh my god, I love this so much. It is so beautiful out here. That trail has definitely been freshly prepared. Here, oh my gosh, I could follow this all the way to Oslo. That seems tough. I'm actually gonna go here. Varskia? Not sure. Oh my gosh, it's so nice. This is so much fun. Oh. Today I learned that ice can build up on the bottom of your skins. And then, no matter how hard you kick, you don't go anywhere. That was a discovery. This is cool. It was windy last night, so the tracks are actually blown in. So you can see up there how the tracks are clear, and here how they're basically filled with loose snow. Man, so about 2 hours, 15 minutes in, about 7 miles, sort of 11, 12 kilometers. It's beautiful. Oh my gosh. I'm skiing in just my sweater. It's actually like quite warm. And I can start to see where I'm going. Those mountains in the distance. Lunch at Skjellbreidhytta, sitting on the porch. Skjellbreidhytta. I've been going about 3 hours. It's about 2 o'clock. And gonna have a little lunch and then try to keep going to Kittilbua. I'll be going over Varski, so hopefully conditions are not too bad. It's really pretty here though. So skiing over Mur, as exhausting as it is so much nicer than hiking over it. Look at this. This is definitely way more tiring than hiking. It's beautiful. I think I'm gonna, based on how I'm pacing, I'm a little slower than I expected, so I think I'm gonna get to Kittilbua around 6, which is kind of a bummer. Sunset's at 5:30. So it's about 4 o'clock. The sun's gone behind a cloud, so it's much darker. You can see the mountains in the distance. Mountains. This is called Stormyra. I am so glad to be skiing over the Mur and not hiking through it. It is basically it's my hiking enemy. Put my jacket on because it's getting a little chilly, and I've got some downhill to go, but made it. On my way. So, on my way to Vestfjellhytta, I came from back there, which is the turnoff to Kittilbua. It's really beautiful today. It's snowing really hard though. I was initially planning to go all the way to Liomseter, Fehytta today, but as you can see, lots of snow, lots of fresh snow. And this route is not groomed. So the tracks have been completely snowed in, and I am following these basically pieces of wood all the way up to Vestfjellhytta. So definitely going to be slow today on the navigation front because it's going to be spot the next piece of wood. It is still really snowing, and you can see my skis are sinking like 3-4 inches down into the snow with every step. So it's more of a walking on skis, not actually skiing day, but about a mile in, and oh my god, this is exhausting. You can kind of see that dip in the snow. That's where the tracks were yesterday before all the snow came. But again, only person out here in raincoat and sack, and very beautiful, but oh my gosh, I'm going to be so happy to reach Vestfjellhytta today. It is going to be a tough one. So, oh my gosh, I'm out of breath. I just found a groomed trail, and you know what, this is going to count as groomed. This is great. I'm so happy about it. This has been super slow going, because you both have to try to figure out where the trail is and navigate to it, and on the sort of ungroomed parts like that, your skis sink 4 or 5 inches down, so it's kind of like just stomping through the snow. Yeah, I mean, gear is holding up. This is just a little slower than I expected, and just met a Norwegian couple who are actually coming from Vestfjellhytta and going back to Kittilbua, where I came from this morning. The greatest part is, I don't know if this is visible in this light, but they have broken tracks all the way to Vestfjellhytta. The fog has really moved in. I'm very thankful. Someone else did this route in the other direction, and there are tracks. Man, this is so much harder than groomed trails. Yes, I have a new respect for the distance. I think 12 miles is going to take me almost 6 hours today. Leaving Vestfjellhytta. I have 12 miles till Fehytta. Lots of fresh snow, unfortunately. I'm sure that sign was tall at some point. So there's a crust on top of the snow, which is making it so much easier to ski on. Very appreciative after yesterday, but unfortunately, because it's snowing, there's not a whole lot in the way of views. Yeah, haven't seen anyone else or any other tracks, so kind of cool. So this is how all the routes are marked with sticks. That stick is falling over. Online, it literally warns you that sticks may be missing because of weather or reindeer having snacks. So, but yeah, that's kind of how you figure out where you're going, is you just look for the next stick and ski to the next stick. So I made it to Fehytta. This is a pretty small self-service cabin. No one's been here for a little bit, so I had to start a fire. It is so cold that I can actually still see my breath. So normally Liomseter, which you can see out that window, is a full service cabin, so staffed and everything. And so this cabin actually isn't open when that cabin's open. This is just the season hasn't started yet for Liomseter. So yeah, burr. It's cute, but oh my god, it's cold in here. And yeah, I'll be sleeping in one of these tonight. So it's about 7:30. I'm at Fehytta. I am quite tired, but I am trying to let the fire run for a little bit before I go to slanting a little bit. What I'm going to do the next couple days, to be honest, skiing is kind of kicking my ass. When I planned this hike as a summer hike to do Omveien, I actually thought that I could do the whole section from Lillehammer to Jotunheimen in about 5 days, based on how quickly I'd done Massive and Saga. So it was kind of a rude awakening. Yesterday, I managed to go 12 miles in 7 hours. And today I did a little bit better. I managed to go 12 miles in 6 hours. 6.5, but I also had to take a 45-minute work call from the side of a mountain, so I'll call it 6. I'm thinking, I had initially planned that I wanted to hit every cabin in Langsua that's accessible during the winter, so basically every cabin except Svarthammer. I am definitely not a good skier compared to hiking. And yeah, I'm definitely feeling a little bit worse for the wear. So what I'm planning to do tomorrow is go to Haldorbu, which is 16 kilometers, so 10 miles from here. Check out conditions as I go. And then from there, I think just take it day by day for a little bit. Kind of a bummer because I don't know, I set really ambitious hiking goals, and then I get really fixated on oh my gosh, I'm going to do this cool thing. And I'm like, oh, actually, skiing is hard. Enjoying the vibe in this cabin now. And yeah, we'll see what tomorrow brings. So about to head out to Haldorbu. I slept 12 hours last night. There isn't much fresh snow, which is pretty nice. Having a last little bit of tea in my thermos before I go. One of the challenges of being by yourself in a self-service cabin is in the mornings when you wake up, the fire has run out, and first thing is you've actually got to go turn it back on. I woke up this morning, got out from under the blanket, was like, oh, it's cold. So yeah. My boots are nice and dry, though. I left them under the fire all night. Yeah, this is definitely way... I feel like I keep saying this, but this is definitely way, way harder than I expected. I have this German song stuck in my head right now, where one of the lyrics is actually, "You are the Band-Aid for my soul," because the Germans are a profound romantic people. But that is currently how I feel about this energy bar. This cabin has energy bars, and I am so excited to have a small snack today that does not require me taking off my backpack and unpacking everything and taking off the rain shield. I can just eat them. I'm so happy. Here we go again. Bye, Fehytta. 9.95 miles to go. I made sure to put my skis on the right way today. This woman's face was flipped yesterday, and it was extremely weird to see just the eye staring at me from the wrong direction. Fog has moved in this morning. Here's my marker. It's not really showing up on camera, but there's my next one. Wow. I wish the fog would lift, because I bet this is spectacular. But I can't really see much other than some sticks and a few trees in the distance, which aren't even showing up on camera because it's so foggy. So 3/4 of the way done, turning off for the final 2.5 miles to Haldorbu. There's a cabin up here, which is cool. The fog is continuing to be bad. I can kind of see the next stick and sometimes the stick after that, but that's about it. I appreciate the sign. It's supposed to be all net down, according to the map at least, it's all downhill from here, so hopefully I pick up a little speed. Although these things don't actually glide downhill, I still kind of just walk. But, yeah, about 300 meters to the cabin. I've dropped some elevation and the fog has finally lifted. I've been coming down this hill, which I need to figure out actually why my skis don't glide properly. It feels like they get snow chunks stuck to the bottom, and I start to glide and then I just stop and fall forward. I am a very elegant skier, if you're wondering. Really close to the cabin, excited to sit down, have a warm lunch, have some tea. Made it. There's Haldorbu. This is a beautiful cabin. Oh my god. If I'm gonna take a rest day, I can 100% take it here. Like, look at this. That's so beautiful. Having some tea at Haldorbu. I'm kind of obsessed with this cabin. So like, check out those picture windows. There's a whole nother sitting area here. And there is a very warm fire. Someone was actually nice enough to pre-build a fire so that when I got in, I didn't even have to clean anything out. I literally just lit one of those and the fire took off. I'm melting snow in here that I can then use as water to boil on the stove when I make dinner. Really nice, really, really nice cabin. Very happy. There's a little loft up there if I wanted to sleep up there, which, to be honest, is probably the warmest place here, so I might. Yeah, so I might end up taking a rest day here tomorrow. We'll see. But it's so cute. Packing up at Haldorbu this morning. And I am in the process of cleaning the dishes. And then I'll mop some of the floor in here with some of the extra hot water when that's done. Then, after that, we'll head out. So initially the weather forecast called for some rain, or slud, which is my new favorite word for sleet. It just sounds gross. Slud. But yeah, it actually looks pretty clear right now. So I think I'm going to go to Storeskag. So I thought some more today, and the plan now, and it's actually going to be to go to Storeskag today. Then, depending on the weather and how I'm feeling, either take a rest day at Storeskag or go to Bygdin. From Bygdin, I'm going to check in, see how I'm feeling. There is a bus from Bygdin back to Oslo, so I could just go back to Oslo if my feet aren't feeling great or if I'm just sort of wiped from the trip. If not, I'll go from Bygdin to Bygdin, which is about 14 kilometers on groomed trails. Groomed. And from Bygdin, it's possible then to ski over to either Torfinnsbu, I think Torfinnsbu, or Tomashellern, then to Fondsbu, and then I can decide what I want to do from Fondsbu. There's also a bus back to Oslo from Fondsbu, although it's a little bit longer than the bus from Bygdin. But yeah, depending on how I feel after today, we'll make kind of I'm going to play the rest of the trip by ear. Would love to make it to Fondsbu. It was one of my favorite cabins on Massive. I think I say that about every cabin on Massive. Fondsbu had the best meatballs I've had in my life. On the road again. Hat, raincoat, rain pants, double socks, gloves. I didn't want to leave this cabin. Both the snow and I are feeling much better than yesterday. Gone about a mile, so only 4 to Storeskag. The snow is a lot crunchier, so I'm not sinking nearly as much. I'm only sinking a few inches into it as I ski, which is awesome. already halfway through in just over an hour. So, well, it's foggy now. You can't really see anything other than the sign. But the snow is way, way better than yesterday. I feel like I'm flying in comparison. So, yeah. It could also be that, you know, I had a little bit of a rest day yesterday and looking forward to having a little bit more of a rest day today. There's the cabin. I'm maybe 100 meters, 200 meters away, but it is like not visible in the fog. It's crazy. But yep, there's the sign. It is really snowing out there. Visibility has been pretty bad all afternoon and is only getting worse. This video is being taken, obviously, from the inside of Storeskag, which, as you can tell, was renovated the same year as the one I stayed at last night. Starting by making my coffee, some instant coffee, and some havregrot. This cabin is actually super well insulated, but I will be turning on the fire soon. It's probably about 60 degrees in here, so it's actually not too bad. As you can see, good day to take a rest day. There's a tree about 20 meters down, if you can see the tree. No? This morning I actually couldn't see the other cabin out this window, so definitely feels like a low visibility day. Nice day to be tucked up in this beautiful cabin. Getting ready to go this morning. Today is one of my longest days. I have something like 20 miles to Bygdin. But you can see some mountains. And you can very clearly see the cabins next door. So yeah, conditions are supposed to be cloudy this morning, but actually potentially even clear skies this afternoon. So should be a beautiful day. First turn off of the morning. So you can actually see Fehytta stolen on the sign now. Visibility is awesome. Yeah, conditions are great. My skis are barely sinking, and especially after the past few days, it's awesome. Helicopter. Not really visible in the clouds, but it's quite loud. I wonder where it's going. So quiet. The snow is so good today. I feel like I'm flying. I can actually see where I'm going. It's absolutely beautiful. It doesn't show up well on camera because it's all just kind of looks white, but I can see the mountains. I've probably got 15 miles to go to Bygdin, and probably another 4 or so on the ungroomed portion. So one of the things that's actually a little difficult is, if you see, there's a marked trail, like a Fistid trail. There's another one. And up ahead, there's one to the left and one to the right. And there actually aren't usually signs, or there are sometimes signs and they're buried under the snow. So one of the tough things about the ski touring, or going from cabin to cabin by ski, is you actually do have to rely on GPS or a compass, ideally a compass because it can't run out of battery, to know which of those paths you should take, because all of them are marked. And it is not always obvious. So part of the reason that going through the fog is so difficult. It's the sun. I haven't seen the sun in like 5 days. Oh, it's so beautiful. And there's a sun. All of the mountains around me. I can't believe I've been skiing for 5 days and haven't gotten to see this yet. This is beautiful. Another cool thing, I haven't actually spotted any wildlife, but have spotted tons of tracks. I am the only person I can see, and other than some dog tracks from, must be a few days ago, or yesterday, and the poles marking the course, the only sign of human habitation, shall we say. We've got some blue skies. We've got mountains all around us. It is just... There's Jotunheimen. That's where I'm going. I can see the groomed trails up ahead. Almost sad to leave this though. The snow is so good today. Freshly groomed. So if you see that mountain right there, I gotta go ski up that to like right there. No, focus. I gotta go ski up that now. That's gonna be tough. So I came from all the way down there. I came over that lake, that flat bit, and then up this mountain. Oh my God, I'm out of breath. Wow. Wow. Oh my God. Oh, worth the climb. So I am just going to keep following this path down through the mountains and then back right about there. Oh my God. Have I mentioned this is spectacular? About 2 miles left. It's about 4:15. Sun is hiding behind that mountain. Groom trails are definitely easier, but man, still definitely a long day. I'm pretty excited to get to Bygdin. Look how long my shadow is. You can kind of see the road, which appears to be entirely covered in snow. It actually closes at night, so you have to call the hotel if you're going to be late. Oh, okay, we got this. There it is. Made it. 20-mile day in the books. Heading out from Bygdin towards Torfinnsbu. Putting this on today because it's sunny. On the road again. Oh, this trail is so easy to ski on. Today is actually mostly flat because basically you're skiing on top of a frozen lake. This area is not frozen. It's actually labeled as unsafe ice. So I'm skiing on land now. So I'll have a little up and down, and further up, the lake gets further away from the dam and becomes safe to ski on. So it's a pretty cool route. Might be one of the most beautiful, no, I think this is the most beautiful cross-country skiing I've done in my life. It's behind me. I keep stopping and taking pictures because I cannot get over how beautiful it is. Oh my God. This is so cool. I'm skiing across a frozen lake. This is the next cabin. Midway point. It's only 1:15. I just went 8 miles in 3 hours, which for this trip is incredible speed. This is Torfinnsbu, which is super cute. I'm feeling really good, so I'm going to actually keep going to Fondsbu. But yeah, this is cute. This is a sweet lunch spot. Check this out. Sun over more mountains. And the snow conditions are just fantastic. Like my skis are barely sinking. They're honestly even better than most groomed trails. So yeah, this is awesome. So the sticks just end here. Interesting. I mean, you just follow the lake, so it's not a big deal, but that's weird. D&T, that is very not you. So the one thing about skiing on this lake is the distances are deceptively far. So if I 3x zoom or 10x zoom, there's Fondsbu. It's just, it's actually still 5 miles there. It just doesn't look like it. So apparently it is marked. It was just earlier for a little bit that the marking stopped. So I take back my earlier comment. Only got 2 miles to go. There it is. I'm pretty sure I walked down either that hill or that hill during Massive. I'm pretty sure it was that one. With my shoes soaking wet, staring at Fondsbu going, oh my gosh, I can't. Let it come closer. So some things don't change. Day trip from Fondsbu. Just gonna ski around the area a little bit today. It is such a beautiful day. I was thinking about taking a rest day, but it is just so gorgeous out. This is a nice place to stop and eat lunch. This has been an absolutely glorious lunch spot. I think I'm probably gonna head back to Fondsbu. My legs are shot after the past few days. And today started with like a 200-meter climb. I am not great at ski down there because then I have to ski back up. But that's another frozen lake that you ski over. I think that right there is the trail to Skjellbreidhytta. On my way down, I don't know if my tracks are visible, but I just discovered that I can turn these skis like downhill skis, which is so cool. I was like, oh, let me try edging, and I edged, and they edged. It's amazing. I realize it's the entire point, but it was still. I've never had a pair of cross-country skis that I can actually do that with. This is the exact same path I dropped down 2.5 years ago on Massive, and actually went through that collection of cabins and ended up turning slightly over there and following the road to Fondsbu. It's really cool. Also, it's a spectacular day, and yeah, I have figured out how to turn going downhill on these skis. Out from Fondsbu to Tomashellern. There's Fondsbu. It should be a spectacular, absolutely spectacular ski today. Although I do have 2,000 feet of elevation to climb this morning, so we'll see how that goes. Will it be harder going up or going down? TBD. But yeah, all in, it's I think it's about 15 miles. So actually not too bad. But yeah, it's another beautiful day. That's a fighter jet going over the mountain. That is so cool. I'm wondering if it's for the NATO exercises that are up in Finnmark. This is so pretty. Look at that. I'm so glad. I did not let the climb scare me off. Right around the top of the climb now. Look at this. I don't know if it's showing up on video, but the snow is sparkling. It is so beautiful. And there are the mountains behind me, where I came from this morning. The climb actually wasn't too bad. You know, still going. But I have climbed 1,300 feet or so. And it has been like this the whole way. It has been so beautiful. Okay, I might have to take back what I said. a couple days ago about that being the most beautiful ski of my life. I think this is definitely the most beautiful ski of my life. Look at that. I'm gonna ski across that lake under those mountains just outside of the avalanche zone of those mountains. Oh, so beautiful. Going down. I like those tracks. I'm getting the hang of it. There's the turnoff up ahead. I think I'm actually gonna try to go to Yksendalsbu and then loop around to Tomashellern. Just because it is such nice skiing today. And I do think I've got the time to do it. So yeah, we'll see. And then we'll ski across the Olde Fjord, back towards Bygdin, and then loop up, quite a bit up, to Tomashellern. It is still beautiful out and so quiet. So this snow is fantastic. I'm doing a whole lot longer than I expected today, just because I feel like I'm flying. On the road again, there's the cabin, Yksendalsbu. Up ahead will be Bygdin. I have 1,600 feet of climb to Tomashellern, so that's going to be fun. So here's the turnoff to Tomashellern, almost a mile after what Ute said it would be. So obviously that screws my time a little bit, and I will be finishing this with a headlamp. Yeah, but you know, unfortunately a cloud has moved in. I've got about 2.5 miles to Tomashellern. I can hear a waterfall way over that way, which would be really cool if I could see it, but too bad there's a cloud. Whew. Less than a mile to go. This is what I look like right now. The beginning of sunset. You can see on this mountain too. That is beautiful. That's behind me. Look at this. That is the tops of the mountains over the fog with the sunset. Cabin. Oh, that's Tomashellern. I will have gone 22.5 miles. I am pretty tired, but oh my God, this is worth it. So despite how I look, I'm not actually cold. Just covered in frost. The view from Tomashellern this morning. It looks like it's going to be a nice day. It's a cute little cabin, but chilly. There's some snow melting. Unfortunately, there were other folks here last night who started a fire before I got in, which is just always the most wonderful. It's like 54 degrees. Okay. This is relatively warm compared to outside. So yeah, gonna do the dishes, finish washing up the floor. Again, the people who stayed in that room were nice enough to actually fill up the washing bucket and do that half of the cabin, so I just need to do the other half now. But yeah, and then I will be on my way back to Fondsbu. Well, there are beautiful mountains here. They are just, unfortunately, not visible at the time I'm going to start skiing. One of the challenges with starting in the mornings is occasionally my poles will be frosted. So I have to wear my giant mittens so that the ice and snow that accumulates on my poles overnight does not melt on my hands. Isn't the light so cool? Like, that's where I'm going. And it's just lit up because the clouds are a little less dense there. So cool. Dropping down. I'm going to ski over the lake soon, and then we'll meet up with the trail I took out here yesterday. You can almost see it in the distance. Got much colder very, very recently. It's definitely the coldest day. I'm wearing every layer. I'll probably zip this up like this soon. You know you eat from self-service cabins a lot when you get really excited because your favorite flavor of granola bar has been discontinued and you find it. Yep. It's the best one though. This has sadly been the view most of the way down. It's kind of a bummer because I even know, oh, there are my skis. I even know what the view was coming up. But I'm in a cloud today. Getting there. There are the cabins outside Fondsbu. Down is hard. I have fallen a lot. I'm really glad there's no blooper reel. I have not fallen elegantly. I think I'm covered in snow. It is just amazing here.